How clear are you and your teams on your sales numbers and the business targets? If you're clear, move on. If you'd like some help in just thinking about how do you work through sales targets and understand the numbers in the business more fundamentally in order to hit your targets, then let's just walk through some simple principles that big businesses use in order to get clearer on targets. So we'll start with the target number. Let's work with round numbers. It keeps it simple. If we had £1 million as a target number, for some of you might be thinking that would be nice. Good. Let's say that existing sales in your business are around 500,000. So you need to know your baseline, you need to know your target, which gives us an additional sales number. We need to be generating, £500,000 worth of additional sales in order to meet our target. Then what we do is understand, okay, what is an average client value? What's the average size of a client for us? And I know there's going to be some variation in there. You might have some smaller clients, some larger clients, but on average, what's a client worth to us? And if we said a client's worth £10,000 a year, okay, so just under 1,000 a month, maybe 800 a month, we've got a £10,000 average client size. Then we say, right, how many clients do we need to generate the 500,000? And I've worked with simple numbers, so we're at 50. So we need 50 additional clients to hit our $500,000 additional revenue target. Then you say, okay, how often do I see clients and what's the conversion from seeing a client, taking them through my sales process, through to them becoming, a committed, loyal client of the business? Now, for most businesses, it's somewhere between 20 and 30%. So we're going to go with 25%, which is somewhere in the middle of those numbers. So about 25%. So it's 1 in 4. So every 4 meetings you have, or every 4 sales processes you go through with a client, you're going to generate 1 paying client. So that doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out, actually, you're going to be needing to meet 200 clients to get to your 50. And if you're in a position right now where you haven't quite figured that out, actually that simple principle is useful for you to think, actually, these are how many clients I need to be courting and engaging and meeting with. But then you say, actually, even from meetings, what's my percentage of discussions with clients through to meetings? And again, there's a number here, or there's a percentage conversion rate here, which is probably not far off 25% again. So you go, okay, well, if it's 25% as a conversion through, general leads down to meetings, then actually what it means is you're going to be looking at 800 leads for your business. Now, 800 leads converts to 200 meetings, converts to 50 paying clients at a £10,000 average value, gets you to meet your £500,000 additional target. That's assuming nothing falls out of the bottom and you don't have any mistakes or anything, or your numbers aren't any worse than this projection. So you can either, in order to exceed your targets, you've got a number of options here. Okay, so one is you generate more leads. So I have 1,000 leads, and if I can continue at a 25% conversion rate, then I'll get to 250, and all of a sudden the numbers start to scale. The other option is that you get absolutely clear on how you convert from leads to meetings and from meetings to clients. And that's about structure, process, and how you engage your clients better in the future. Now, part of that will be the product or service you're offering and being really clear on how you communicate and articulate that. But before that, it's really important that you understand who is your target client. And once you understand your target client, what is their greatest area of need or challenge? And how do you help understand that and position yourself so that you are the natural choice to fulfill that priority they have or overcome the challenges that they're facing? And that is all about how you better influence and persuade and understand your customers. And using sales structures, sales processes is absolutely the best way to do that. It's what we work with as we work with, my team and I, as we work with our clients, whether that's senior leaders or it's sales organizations and teams, we help them to understand, okay, understand your numbers first and foremost, but then start to get into structure, quality interactions, know your customers, know your market, know the questions you need to ask, and take your clients through that process more successfully. Because if your conversion rate here, you don't have to be a genius to work this out, if you can go from 25 to 50%, then you've got one or two things that you can do. You can either reduce the number of meetings that you have to still yield the same number of clients, or you yield more clients. So you'd be up to 100 which means you double your sales turnover. So any movement in that percentage conversion number, because you increase the quality and the skills of yourself or your organization, and your results start to accelerate. And that's what we notice in Focus for Growth. As we start to work with clients on the key numbers in their business and the skills that are needed to improve those conversion rates, that's when the magic happens and the business results increase and improve dramatically. So I have these kind of structures in models, in spreadsheets. If you'd like to see it or you'd like to have a conversation with me, feel free to reach out and I will happily talk you through some of the fundamentals and what we could do to help your organization to get back to the levels of growth that you deserve. So I hope that's been useful, and I look forward to seeing you on next video from the Leadership Success Series from Focus for Growth.